Hello folks and welcome back to Shogun Total War. I am Kanastep and this is going to be the fourth battle in the Tokugawa Ieyasu historical campaign, and I'm really looking forward to this one just because based on the description. Now I don't know too much about this battle itself. It seems like it was a pretty small engagement, to be honest, but it could be very interesting depending on how it's depicted in this battle. So let's just kind of read the paragraph here. So in 1575, Ieyasu was still fighting against the Takeda clan, although his old rival Shingen was now dead. At times though, Shingen's son, Takeda Katsuyori, could still be an aggressive foe. This aggression was what led him to plan a raid on the weak garrison at Yoshida Castle. Unfortunately for Katsuyori, Ieyasu had anticipated just such a move, and the Takeda clan marched straight towards a large, battle-hardened Tokugawa garrison. Faced with an enemy that was just a bit too tough, and frustrated by the difficulty of taking the castle, Takeda Katsuyori took his army north towards Nagashino, and as you'll have already seen in Oda Nobunaga's battle there, it's destruction. You'll see you'll need considerable tactical skill to keep the Takeda army off balance and prevent them from taking the castle. So interesting, it sounds like it's going to be a castle battle, but with like me as a defender. I don't know if... Are they going to try to make it harder? Because in castle battles in this game, there's only one opening and it's just a chokehold, which is actually really easy to take. I can't imagine that itself being too difficult, so I really hope that there's something else. Like if they actually designed a castle model that had more to it than just the square with the one gate that was open already. That would be cool. That would be interesting. So I guess we'll just have to go I guess we'll just have to go on in and see what they have for us here. So as far as the army is concerned, I'm really excited about this because I finally have musketeers available to me in one of these battles. Oh my god, it's going to be so cool. Which is interesting because in the Nagashino battle where I'm playing as the Oda Nobunaga, versus the Takeda clan, which takes place after this, I'm using arquebusiers. The tier 1 version of the guns in this game, and this apparently takes place before that battle, and I'm given muskets. Just so you know, for those of you who are like a little confused about the way that the timelines and the technology has worked out in this period, these weren't real muskets. They're just called muskets in this game because the game developers tried to figure out a different way to call them that, or to distinguish the fact between there's arquebusiers and then there's slightly improved arquebusiers. That's what the game developers are trying to go for. They're not real muskets. That would be another, couple hundred years or so. I'm not sure, to be honest. But yes, they're not muskets as you and I would think of them. These are just better arquebusiers. But better, oh my goodness, are they better? And just looking at these muskets, I mean, Valor 6 or Honor 6, that's a lot of experience in a unit of muskets. And then 7 and then another 6. Jesus Christ. Whew, man, that's going to be good. What else do I have? So how many guns do I have? 1, 2, 4 units of muskets? Oh my god. Just give me that. Just give me that. And in addition, so a bit of spears, a few Ashigaru, but that's fine. I can work with that. Then Yari Samurai as well, some Naginata. So that's going to be a decent front line. And then also some Nodachi Samurai, some good killing power, some good, they can break the enemy lines. And then what else? 2 units of Yari Cav, one of them being Honor 0, so I'm going to have to watch out for them. They might run away. And what else for Cav? A unit of Heavy Cav as well, so that's going to be a very, very good unit as well to hold the lines. It can kind of do everything. Heavy Cav has good armor and good defense, so it can be used to actually kind of be a stopgap to hold a break in the line. But it's versatile enough to be where it can go around the flanks and of course charge into the rear of enemy units as well. It can kind of do both roles in a way. It's a little slow so that it's not going to be moving around the flanks quickly, but obviously being on a horse it's faster than a human, so I'm really looking forward to this one. So let's just kind of jump right in and see what's in store for us. So it's just a castle. I don't know how this is going to be hard because this is their only opening. And I have a lot of spears. The Takeda clan is known for using their cavalry. I'm pretty sure that my guns, I've said this a couple times before, but I'm pretty sure my guns can line up on these walls and shoot through the walls. That'd be kind of cool. They can use these little windows. There's a name for it. There's a name for the castle windows that you used to shoot through, but I don't know the name for that. I keep forgetting to look that up before I dive into these battles. So, I don't know. What else? What are they going to do? Like, is there going to be a... It'd be cool if there was an event that happened. Like, they changed something for this historical battle to where one of the walls broke down or something, and I had to rush and kind of, you know, defend another wall that is broken down or something like that. That'd be really neat. I'm hoping that this battle has more in store for me than just this, because this is either going to be a long grind or a very, very short battle. I guess we're about to find out. Oh my, I've just realized a couple of things. One thing, I can't move my guys around, so as a defender I usually can do that, but in this battle I can't, so that's one wrench thrown in my plan. Secondly, not all of my units are in my castle. In fact, not all of my units are even on the battlefield. Remember that I had a unit of heavy cav and a unit of Nodachi? They are nowhere to be seen. So they're not just not in my castle, but they're also not down here in my unit panels. So that tells me they're not here on this battlefield. So I guess I'm just gonna click begin battle and see what happens here. What's in store for me? Is there anything? It's interesting that these units are lined up on these sides as if there's going to be like something coming in, but I'm not seeing anything, like any threats from the sides. So what do we have? Like a lot of archers, Yari Cav. Well, I guess let's just get my muskets lined up on the walls, because I'm pretty sure I can shoot through here. And then you can come over here on this side as well. And I actually don't want them to be in 2 rows. I want them to be in 3 rows, because when they're in 3 rows, that's when they use the alternating fire, where the ranks switch out, and then they reload and they fire. That way you're getting a shot every 7 seconds. If you stretch them out very, very far, then what's going to happen is they're only going to fire, I think it's... What was the number? It's like it's a lot. It's like every 21 seconds, I believe. Yeah, right. Because 3 times 7. Yeah, it's a lot longer of a break between each volley. What do they do? I'm so like on edge right now. Like, they're not coming. They're coming from this side. Is this wall gonna fall down? Like, what's gonna happen here? So yeah, these guns are already shooting, and I didn't even have to move them. Like, they're already right here. They're shooting through the walls. That's great. I got archers here that can shoot over as well. I got spearmen that are here. I don't know if I need them. And then same with these spearmen as well. Again, I don't know if I need them. I still don't have any reinforcements coming in. So like those heavy cav and those Nodachi samurai are still nowhere to be seen. So that's probably going to be later in this battle. So where do I want these muskets? Like, I guess put them on the walls here. If I'm going to have these guys moving around the back of the walls here. And yeah, like what's going to be the surprise? I just can't, I can't help but think that there's going to be a surprise at some point. Ooh, yikes. Okay, well those are warrior monks. So warrior monks are definitely concerning. They're in loose formation already. Okay, let's see. Okay, musket. Okay, so apparently they're on skirmish mode, even though that there's a wall between them and the enemy. So I have to make sure that all of my ranged units are on hold position and hold formation. And yeah, I mean, I don't know, like the Nodachi Samurai and the Warrior Monks are definitely very, very scary. So let's bring over the rest of my infantry over here. And then, yeah, we're shooting, like we're just literally just shooting their daimyo with our guns. So that's going to be really painful for them. Let's bring over my other unit of Yari Samurai. They can come over here as well. And yeah, my guys are shooting through. I mean, we're doing a lot of damage to them. but it's going to be a real question. Like, you know, we have 78 Nodachi Samurai. The warrior monks are over here. There's 78, 76 of them as well. So, yeah, it's going to be, hopefully we can, you know, really take them down before they get in here. We're doing a lot of damage to them. And I know that those Nodachi Samurai can do a lot of damage to me. This unit of 120 Yari Samurai is already down to 89, so it's going to be important for me to bring my other guys in here. Now, another thing to keep in mind is that... I should probably... So typically in castle battles, the defender is always going to fight to the death because there's nowhere to run away to. I'm curious to see if that's going to be the case here. It really should be. Like, it'd be really silly if morale played a factor. So my spears should fight to the death, and that includes my Ashigaru, which at this point, I'm just going to bring them to the front. I don't think there's going to be any, like, weird scenario shenanigans where, like, a wall falls down. I mean, what's happening here? Like, we're just going to kill these units for free with my guns? And, if that's the case, like, let's just keep shooting at the general. Like, don't shoot at that Yari Samurai. Kill the general if we can. And then let's bring my general a little bit closer as well. Well, guess what? I just had another crash to desktop. I didn't think it was going to happen for this battle. I hadn't read anything that had told me that this battle suffers from that same bug. So, if you're wondering, the way this bug works is that apparently during one of their last patches, there was they changed the way that reinforcements worked in the game, and that messed up the way that reinforcements worked in these battles that were already designed. And so it's a reinforcement issue. It's something that you need to kind of change in the game files. I've been linking the fix in the descriptions of the battles that have this issue, so if you ever have these issues and you want to fix them, they've so far worked. You know, they've always worked. And I suspected that this battle was going to have that same issue, even though I hadn't read any problems with this battle. I never read about that. But I suspected that it would because I saw that I didn't have my full army here. So I was thinking, okay, I have reinforcements coming on. Guess what? There's problems with reinforcements. That causes the bug. So hopefully this has fixed it. We'll find out in a moment, I suppose. As long as this battle is still working, can we just admire for the moment how effective these muskets are? I mean, they are mowing these guys down. It's really fun for me to watch this. It is very, very satisfying. Fingers crossed that everything works out for this battle this time. Hopefully that bug does not happen. Hopefully my reinforcements come on, and then everything is all good. But yes, in the meantime, my oh my, it is just, it's a thing of beauty. It is a thing of beauty to watch, isn't it? God damn. Oh, Takeda Katsuyori, he's not going to make it to Nagashino. Not at this rate. He is going to get decimated by my bullets. And then, over in the front, here's a little word of advice. Oftentimes, the way that you want to use your spear units, especially when you're facing off against units that are better at killing than your units. So in this case, I have spears up against Nodachi Samurai. Nodachi are very, very good at killing other units. So don't have them in engage at will. Have your spears on hold formation and hold position. Specifically in this case, it's hold formation that's really important. The key to that is that for one thing, it's going to give... So remember when I said that I was hoping that that fix would work? Well, it didn't. And I've just spent a bit of time looking for a fix that's unique to this battle, because apparently the fixes are different from battle to battle, and apparently there actually is another battle or two that do have the same bug. So now that I'm on top of it, now that I found a page of information that has the independent fixes for each battle laid out for on and on. So hopefully going forward, this isn't going to keep happening for the other battles, right? This should be the end of it. If anything, this campaign series, this video series can help people find this information. So if I'm providing use, at least in some way, hopefully then that will help someone. So let's get into this and see if this does in fact work, okay? Okay, this is interesting. So whatever I did made it so that my units are just right outside the walls right here. So that's something to keep an eye on. So yes, I'm assuming these reinforcements are supposed to come on. The way this battle was designed, it was supposed to come on during the actual battle itself, but now we're just gonna have them here, which is interesting. And I'm assuming, so that's my Yari Cav, my Naginata, and my Nodachi. Now I think that I have a unit of Heavy Cav coming on at some point as well. Also, this is weird. Inside the castle itself, I'm missing a unit of handgunners now, because I always had one here, and then here, and then here. But then the handgunner that I moved, or the musketeer, should I say, that I moved to my back wall to shoot at this guy, he's not here. So whatever fix I did just get rid of one of my units. So there's that. So already some things are different here, and I'm wondering if I'm missing something. Like, is there another unit of heavy cav somewhere that I'm not aware of? I'm kind of looking off into the distance. I'm trying to see if there's another unit that I should be using. I'm not seeing any heavy cav down here in my unit panels, so I guess we'll just have to keep an eye on that. Now, like, these guys I'm assuming are visible, right? Like, they're very, very visible to the enemy. So I wonder if I should be attacking like right now, or should I let the enemy kind of focus in on my gates for a while first? I'm not really sure. My goodness, yeah. I mean, the guns are going to do a lot of damage. I'm tempted to send my 2 units of Yari Cav right after this unit of Heavy Cav right here, because they might beat it. But yeah, the spears would change things. The spears would actually change things up a bit. So yeah, I guess in any case, I suppose I should start being aggressive with this army and just start moving them forward. So let's just kind of group up, just like, I don't know, basic groups. Put you in group 1 and then you in group 2. So that way I can just kind of move these guys up together. And yeah, we'll see. We'll just see what happens here. So let's just kind of get these guys moving up. And then you moving up as well. Let's go back over to the castle. And as I was actually talking about before I got cut off in the last battle, you do want to keep your spears in close formation. Yeah, close formation. Or is that what it's called? I can't remember anymore. Hold formation. Hold formation is how you want to keep your spears, because then you don't seek out engagements. Not only are they getting a +2 defense buff just to the actual units themselves, but they also won't seek out engagements, which you don't want to do if you're already going to be losing that melee engagement. And against Nodachi Samurai, that's exactly what's going to happen. They're going to be losing this melee engagement. You want the damage to be done by your ranged units. Or if you're kind of going to be using your spears as a hold while someone else flanks that unit that's attacking you, then that's going to be the case. You see, this unit has started off with 120 men. They're down to 99. They're fighting off a unit of Nodachi Samurai, which is now running away. And how about this? We have 54 warrior monks coming in as well. So that 54 warrior monks will probably still also do a lot of damage to my spears, but as long as they don't actively seek out those engagements. Now, the time when this changes is when you have a spear unit that you're using as a flanker. That's not ideal, but it happens all the time. You have to use your units however you have them available. So if you have to use your spearmen as a flanking unit, put them on engage at will. It doesn't matter that their attack stats suck. It doesn't matter, because then they will at least seek out and try to double team enemy individual units so that you can, try to get as many kills as you can. Because when a unit is flanking, you want it to kill, not to hold, right? So anyway, that's to finish off what I was trying to say before. And I guess, I almost feel like I don't even need these guys over here, but you know what? Let's just use them. Because why the heck not? I will try to engage their infantry with my infantry, and then I can try to engage their general with my cavalry, because 2 units of Yari Cav might beat a unit of Heavy Cav. Kind of depends on the whole experience level and, upgrades and all that. I do wish that I had that 4th unit of muskets, because the fact that I was able to kill, take this... I was straight up killing the enemy general in those other battles, so that was always fun. Speaking of which, I might actually bring this unit of muskets over to this back wall so that I can actually do that. So yeah, let's do that. And let's bring these spears up here and here. And yeah, these warrior monks are just getting mowed down. And my guns still have so much ammo too. Like unlike my bows, which are out of ammunition, which I think, yeah, they all are. My guns are still shooting. I love it. I love guns. I love guns so much. Yeah, they're just mowing these guys down. I don't even know if I need my reinforcements. And I am curious though to see like if I will have a unit of heavy cav coming on or not. Maybe the fix that I did will stop that from happening. I'm not quite sure. So ideally, I would have the cav charge my Naginata. I don't really want them to charge my Nodachi Samurai. If that's what happens, it's not the biggest deal because there's 120 of them. These are, you know, large unit or extreme unit, whatever they're called. Large unit size. And 120 would still like take that charge like a champ for sure. But the Naginata, like that's what they're made for. Let's put the Nodachi Samurai in wedge formation, and they can get a little flanking attack here on the heavy cav. Again, not like super duper ideal. Oh, here's something. Oh, okay, I have Yari Samurai just sitting in the forest. So like have my Yari Samurai do this, then yeah, Nodachi Samurai can charge into the heavy cav there. And then let's just have the Yari, yeah, you guys go as well. Like they're gonna just massacre this general unit right here. Like, oh god, it's gonna do so much damage. And now this is not ideal. I don't want my Yarikav fighting these spears. So let's try to bring my spearmen and try to intercept if we can. And maybe they will get caught up on my Naginata as well. And let's put my Nodachi Samurai back into close formation. They're losing a lot of guys. Yeah, man, it's crazy that that general's still winning even though he's like... looks like, oh man, okay, so this is getting a little tricky. Let's just have my spears engage the general. And then, yeah, just have this unit of Yarikav also engage the general. And then hopefully by the time this spearman get engaged, hopefully this general's dead. He's down to 33 men. He's fighting 4 of my units. And now, yes, my Yarikav are caught in between spears and the general. But the general is down to just 18 guys. So he should die, and then my infantry should be able to turn around. There we go, yeah, he's trying to run away. He's trying to run away to Nagashino, and we will see if he ever makes it. Hopefully by the time we're finished with him. There we go, so now he's finished. So yeah, the general is dead. And let's try to turn, yep, they're running away now. Let's just run down them with my Yarikav. And then what do we have? Yeah, spearmen also running away as well. Perfect, so let's just kind of turn our guys around. You can go here, and then let's just have our infantry form up here. And then where's my other unit of cav as well? 75 left. You can chase down Yari Cav, why not? Just do it. Just do it. And is there anything like... Yeah, I don't know... It's interesting, like... I feel like for these battles, the plan typically should be create a scenario where there's kind of like a surprise that makes it harder for the human player, right? But in this case, the like surprise is reinforcements for me, where I'm already fighting a castle battle that's already very winnable just by itself. Like giving me muskets in a castle battle against, you know, whatever I was just facing up against, like game over, you know? And then just giving me these reinforcements that come on afterwards to, you know, be the nail in the coffin is just kind of like, it's just kind of cruel, you know? It's like, okay, I didn't need that. Thanks though. I will say this. I've known for a while, or I've assumed for a while, like I've had the feeling, inclination. Oh, it looks like there's a couple guys caught here. Let's kill them. I've had the assumption or the inclination that you can actually shoot through these windows for a while as a gun unit, and now that that's been, you know, confirmed, and now I've done that in practice, it's fun. It's nice to be able to do that. The thing is that when you play the campaign, the amount of times that I've played defensive battles as someone under siege has been very, very limited. Like it barely ever happens, and when it does happen, it's a battle that's unwinnable. You know, it's just one of those battles that, you know, you just have so few forces that it's not even going to be fun or worth playing or anything like that. And to actually get a chance to play a defensive battle in a castle where I have guns and I can kind of shoot through the windows and everything and do a little bit, it's a little fun for that reason, right? It's kind of fun just to finally let me play a defensive battle in a castle. It's kind of cool, but I don't know. I'm looking forward to someday playing the 1580 campaign, which is, if you're not aware, there are eras campaigns in this game, and I'm super looking forward to getting into them. My next campaign is going to be an eras campaign, although it won't be 1580. I will be starting with the 1530 campaign, and I'm so looking forward to it, folks. Like, I wanted to take a little break from doing campaigns in this game for a little while, but I miss it. I really do miss it, and I can't wait to jump back into campaigns for this. But with the 1580 campaign, it obviously starts ahead of the other campaigns. So the factions all start with more advanced units and more advanced infrastructure and larger armies, I'm assuming, as well. And so the idea is, I'm wondering if there's going to be opportunities in that campaign for more events like this, where you could, actually need to hold that castle, possibly, maybe. I'm not sure, but it sounds like it could be a challenging campaign, and I'm really looking forward to getting around to it eventually one of these days. It's going to be a while. I do want to play the 1530 and the 1550 campaigns first, but that could be, the way that I can eventually play these types of battles, like the ones that have been demonstrated in this battle. But again, it's just kind of mean. Just doing it in a scenario situation is just a little bit mean, and I hate to say it, but a little bit not worth it. But doing it in a campaign can be really exciting because so much is at stake, right? If you don't hold your castle, your front line might break, and the enemy might come in and really ruin your lands. There's so much more at stake when you're playing a campaign. These scenarios are meant to be something new, but also challenging. Not just new for the sake of being new, but also new and also challenging. Kind of like playing a level in the old-fashioned side scrollers, right? You design a level to be beaten and played in a certain way, and that's been achieved to varying degrees of success here in these historical battles so far. I was quite happy with a few of them for the Mongol invasion campaign and the Oda Nobunaga historical campaign. So far for the Tokugawa Ieyasu campaign, I've been a little bit let down, so let's hoping that does improve with the next two. We have two more battles for this historical campaign, the last one being the Battle of Sekigahara, which is... it's going to be really hard. There's so much to build up to for that battle, because it's the biggest battle in samurai or, medieval Japanese history. It's such an epic battle, so... I'm gonna try to temper my expectations a little bit, but I am looking forward to that very, very much. But we have one more battle to play before we get to that. So until then, I've been Countersip, and this has been Shogun Total War. Thank you very much, and goodbye.